Okay guys, it's a 225 2006 Honda. I've had it since it was brand new, and there's a couple maintenance issues that Honda doesn't even talk about that I came to find out about. One of them is it's called a vertical shaft bearing, and when you pull the lower unit off, you can see it up. I don't know if you can see it on this video, but I'll try. Yeah, it shows up pretty good. Right in the center of the screen. It's called a vertical shaft bushing, and it's held in there with a C-clip. I already pulled it out, and here's what it looks like pulled out. It's got a lot of when I pulled it out, it crumbled. You got this rubber on the outside, and then you get this metal on the inside, and it crumbled. And so it's a good thing I replaced it. It has a C-clip. Here's the C-clip I was talking about, and a washer. The way I got this C-clip out was using a pair of pliers and needle nose pliers. Put the needle nose in that hole, got it to where I could bend it out enough and put a hook on the end of it, and then yanked it out. It worked pretty good that way. And I'll tell you about the part number, because the part number is hard to find, real hard to find. So let me go over here. I'll show you pulling the shaft out. So there's the lower unit, pulled it out. I was actually replacing the impeller, and came upon this and found out on the internet that this is something that can definitely be a problem. Right here's what it rides on, and Honda's the only one that does this too, by the way. So I ordered the part number, but I'm actually taking it out tomorrow to see how well it works without it, because it's supposed to take away vibration. That was the reason, and that's the only reason it's there. So I'd rather not have it at all. There's guys at 300 hours on their outboard, and they basically, where it sits right in here, it blew a hole about the size of a well, about like that right there, right through this area. So then you got big problems. Okay, I'm gonna go get the part number for you and let you know what that is. And here's a part number: 40210 ZY3610. And of course, you're going to need the C ring, and the good idea to go ahead and get the washer as well. Thanks a lot, guys. Hope this helped you out. Okay, guys, I took it out without that vertical bushing in there, and it seemed like there was a little vibration, and it also seemed like the motor was a little noisier than usual. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it back in. I've already taken the prop off. Make sure we take your lower unit off to put your boat in forward gear, and then I took the prop off just because it makes it a little lighter, because this is a heavy foot. We'll take these bolts off, these 3 on this side, and there's 3 on the other side. There's also this fin here has a bolt, and then underneath once you take this off, there's another bolt underneath there. So you're looking at 6, 7, 8 bolts. Okay, I got the 8 bolts off. Now, it's a good idea, forgot to mention, leave one of the bolts partially on. That way, I left this one on right here. That way, if this lower unit was to just come off, it's not going to crash to the ground. Also, when I mentioned putting it in gear, there's a spline up here. You can't really see it, but it's right back in there, and that's the reason I told you put it in forward gear. That way, when you put it back in, the spline lines up. Also, on the other side, this is the starboard side, there's I have a water pressure tube on mine, and you have to disconnect that, which I already did. And to take this lower unit off, usually it doesn't come off easily, so you're gonna have to get a rubber hammer and bang on this area right here, and then this usually will come down, and then you can work your way down. I just use a flathead screwdriver to kind of pry it open all the way down until it comes out. Okay, here's what we need to do this job. This is the bushing itself, and this is the part number 40210ZY3610. That's what it looks like, and it has these little vents on the top. That's going to go on the top. It's going to go in upwards like that. You have a washer goes underneath it, 90503 ZY3610, and I think it's called a C-ring, and part number 90652 ZY3000. And you're also going to need a pair of these snap ring plier set. That will go, so you got this goes in first, the washer goes underneath that, and this holds everything in place. Now, also, when I showed you before the old bushing, when you take that out, there's going to be a bunch of corrosion in there. You got to get a screwdriver and scrape as much of that corrosion out as you can, because if you don't, this won't even fit in there. Once you scrape all that corrosion out, grease that area up, and grease this up real good all around the outside of it. And you're going to also want to put some grease on the inside of this as well. Okay, that's it. Time to get started on this. Okay, finally got done with this project. Took a little longer than expected, as usual. I don't know if you can see that. Let me get the flashlight. Okay. There's the finished product. What took me so long was all the corrosion in there. The screwdriver didn't get it. I had to go over to Lowe's and get a connection for my drill and hone it out. Now, this is a 2-inch brush, coarse brush, and it fit in there quite nicely. And did it the first time, thought I had it, thought I did well enough, and didn't. Had to pull it back out and hone it some more, and finally was able to get it in there. So now I'm going to put the lower unit back on, and hopefully everything works. One thing I forgot to mention is I took this, I guess it's an extension plate, off so I could get to it easier. So that goes on here, and then the lower unit goes onto that. Thanks a lot, guys, and hope this helped out.